Boy reveals chilling secret about his stepfather, and his mother vanishes in the dead of night. Imagine waking up one night to find your loved one missing, leaving only a mysterious secret behind. What would you do? Before we dive into this chilling story of hidden truths and vanishing acts, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more thrilling mysteries that keep you on the edge of your seat. Luna was serene and mysterious, with skin that shimmered like starlight and hair as dark as the midnight sky. For eons, Sul and Luna had maintained the delicate balance between day and night, each taking their turn to watch over the earth and its inhabitants. Sul brought warmth and growth, while Luna offered rest and reflection. Their harmonious dance across the sky was a sight to behold, painting the heavens in brilliant hues of gold, pink, and indigo. But as time passed, a shadow began to creep into their hearts. Sul, ever proud of the life and vitality they brought to the world, began to resent the darkness that Luna ushered in each evening. Why must I give way to the night? Sul wondered. Wouldn't the world be better off basking in eternal sunshine? Luna, too, felt a pang of jealousy. The creatures of the earth seemed to love Sul's light so much more, they thought. Perhaps I should extend the night, give them more time to appreciate the beauty of the stars and the mystery of the shadows. As their discontent grew, so did the imbalance in the world below. Days began to stretch longer, the heat intensifying until plants wilted and creatures sought shelter from the relentless sun. When night finally fell, it lingered far too long, leaving the world cold and dark, with living things struggling to thrive without sufficient light. The earth and its inhabitants suffered under this new, chaotic regime. Plants couldn't follow their natural cycles, animals became confused and disoriented, and humans found their sleep patterns disrupted. The world was slowly falling into disarray. It was a young child named Arya who first noticed the change. Arya had always been fascinated by the sky and its celestial dance. She spent hours watching the sun's journey across the heavens and marveled at the moon's changing faces. But now, as she looked up, she saw that something was terribly wrong. Determined to help, Arya decided to embark on an extraordinary journey, a quest to speak with Sul and Luna themselves. She knew it wouldn't be easy, but the fate of the world hung in the balance. Arya packed a small bag with some food, a blanket, and a journal to record her adventures. As she set out from her village, she couldn't help but feel a mixture of excitement and trepidation. How does one even begin to search for the keepers of day and night? Her journey took her through sun-scorched deserts, where the heat was almost unbearable, and through forests so dark she could barely see her hand in front of her face. But Arya pressed on, driven by her determination to restore balance to the world. As she traveled, Arya encountered others who had been affected by the imbalance. She met farmers whose crops were failing due to the extreme conditions, and nocturnal animals struggling to hunt in the extended daylight. Each story strengthened her resolve to succeed in her mission. After many days of travel, Arya finally reached the base of a great mountain that seemed to touch the very sky. Somehow, she knew this was where she would find Sul and Luna. With a deep breath, she began her ascent. The climb was grueling. The higher Arya went, the more extreme the conditions became. One moment she was sweating under the intense heat of Sul's domain. The next, she was shivering in the cool darkness of Luna's territory. But Arya didn't give up. She knew the fate of the world depended on her reaching the top. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, Arya reached the summit. There, on a plateau bathed in an otherworldly light, she saw them, Sul and Luna, locked in a silent standoff, their backs turned to each other. Gathering all her courage, Arya stepped forward and spoke. "Great soul, mighty Luna," she said, her voice small but steady. I've come from the world below to speak with you." Sul and Luna turned, surprised by the presence of this small human child. They had been so caught up in their own conflict that they had lost touch with the very world they were meant to nurture. "Speak, child," Sul said, their voice warm but tinged with curiosity. "What brings you to our realm?" Luna asked, their tone cool and intrigued. Arya took a deep breath and began to tell them of the chaos that had befallen the earth. She spoke of withering plants and confused animals, of humans struggling to find rhythm in their days. As she talked, she could see the realization dawning on Sol and Luna's faces. We had no idea," Sol murmured, looking ashamed. "We were so focused on our own desires. We forgot our true purpose," Luna added, regret clear in their voice. Arya nodded, then spoke again, her words filled with wisdom beyond her years. "The world needs both of you in balance. Day and night, light and darkness. One cannot exist without the other. Your harmony is what makes life possible." Sul and Luna looked at each other, then back at Arya. In that moment, they understood the truth of her words. They had allowed their pride and jealousy to cloud their judgment, forgetting the beauty of their eternal dance. "You're right, young one," Sul said, reaching out a hand to Luna. "We've been foolish," Luna agreed, taking Sul's hand in their own. As their hands touched, a burst of energy rippled through the air. Arya watched in awe as Sul and Luna began to move in a graceful, swirling dance across the sky. Day and night began to shift and balance, returning to their natural rhythm. Arya felt a warmth in her heart as she witnessed this beautiful reconciliation. She knew that balance had been restored, and that the world below would soon begin to heal. As Sul and Luna continued their cosmic dance, they turned to Arya one last time. "Thank you, brave child," they said in unison. "You have reminded us of our true purpose and the importance of balance. The earth and all its inhabitants owe you a great debt." Arya smiled, feeling a sense of accomplishment unlike anything she had ever known. As she began her journey back down the mountain, she knew that she had played a part in something truly magnificent. In the days and weeks that followed, the world began to return to normal. Plants flourished once again, animals fell back into their natural rhythms, and humans found peace in the balanced cycle of day and night. Arya's adventure became the stuff of legend, a tale passed down through generations. It served as a reminder of the power of courage, wisdom, and the importance of balance in all things. And so, the dance of Sol and Luna continues to this day, their harmony a testament to the delicate balance of nature and the profound impact that even the smallest among us can have on the world. As for Arya, she never forgot her incredible journey. She grew up to become a respected astronomer, dedicating her life to studying the very celestial beings she had once counseled. And every night, as she gazed up at the star-studded sky, she smiled, remembering the day she brought balance back to the world. As Arya grew older, her fascination with the sky and its celestial inhabitants only deepened. The experience of meeting Sol and Luna had left an indelible mark on her soul, shaping the course of her life in ways she could never have imagined as a young girl setting out on her grand adventure. In her pursuit of knowledge, Arya threw herself into her studies with unparalleled passion. She devoured every book on astronomy she could find, from ancient star charts to the latest theories on celestial mechanics. Her childhood bedroom slowly transformed into a miniature observatory, with star maps covering the walls and a telescope always pointed out the window. As she entered her teenage years, Arya's reputation as a prodigy in astronomy began to spread. Teachers were astounded by her intuitive understanding of complex cosmic phenomena, and her peers were in awe of her ability to explain the mysteries of the universe in simple, relatable terms. It was as if her encounter with Sol and Luna had gifted her with a unique insight into the workings of the cosmos. Arya's parents, though proud of their daughter's accomplishments, couldn't help but worry about the intensity of her focus. They encouraged her to maintain a balance in her life, reminding her of the very lesson she had taught Sol and Luna. Heeding their advice, Arya made efforts to cultivate friendships and explore other interests, but her heart always returned to the stars. As she approached adulthood, Arya faced a crucial decision about her future. Universities from around the world clamored to have her join their astronomy programs, offering scholarships and access to state-of-the-art observatories. The choice was overwhelming, but Arya knew she needed to find a place that would nurture not just her intellect, but also her spirit. After much contemplation, Arya chose to attend a small, prestigious university nestled in the mountains. The location reminded her of her fateful climb to meet Sol and Luna, and the university's philosophy of blending scientific rigor with a respect for the mystery and wonder of the universe resonated deeply with her. Arya's university years were a whirlwind of discovery and growth. She excelled in her classes, often engaging her professors in deep discussions that pushed the boundaries of current astronomical understanding. Her unique perspective, informed by her childhood encounter with the celestial beings, often led to innovative approaches to age-old questions about the nature of the cosmos. But it wasn't all academic success. Arya also found a community of like-minded individuals who shared her passion for the stars. For the first time since her grand adventure, she felt truly understood. Late-night stargazing sessions with her new friends became a regular occurrence, filled with laughter, deep conversations, and a sense of camaraderie that Arya had never experienced before. As she delved deeper into her studies, Arya began to notice subtle patterns in the movements of celestial bodies that others had overlooked. She developed a theory that the harmony between cosmic forces, much like the balance between Sol and Luna, was key to understanding the universe's grand design. Her ideas were met with skepticism at first, but Arya's unwavering conviction and meticulous research gradually won over even her harshest critics. In her final year of university, Arya made a groundbreaking discovery. Using advanced computer modeling based on her theories of cosmic harmony, she predicted the existence of a previously unknown celestial phenomenon. Months later, when a major observatory confirmed her prediction, Arya became an overnight sensation in the astronomical community. Graduating with highest honors, Arya found herself at a crossroads once again. Job offers poured in from prestigious research institutions and space agencies, each promising cutting-edge technology and unlimited resources for her work. But Arya felt a calling to something different, something more aligned with the profound experience that had set her on this path. After much soul-searching, Arya made a decision that surprised many. Instead of accepting a high-profile research position, she chose to return to her hometown and establish a unique educational center. This center would combine a state-of-the-art observatory with programs designed to inspire wonder and appreciation for the cosmos in people of all ages. Arya's vision was to create a place where science and spirituality could coexist, where the rigorous study of astronomy would be balanced with an appreciation for the beauty and mystery of the universe. She wanted to share the sense of awe and connection she had felt during her encounter with Sol and Luna, believing that this perspective could foster a greater sense of responsibility for our planet and its place in the cosmos. The early years of establishing the center were challenging. Arya faced skepticism from traditional scientific institutions and struggled to secure funding. But she persevered, drawing strength from her memories of the courage it had taken to climb that mountain as a child. Slowly but surely, her vision began to take shape. As the center grew, it began to attract attention from around the world. scholars and seekers alike were drawn to Arya's unique approach to astronomy. The observatory became known not just for its cutting-edge research, but also for its breathtaking public programs that made the wonders of the universe accessible to all. Arya took particular joy in working with children, recognizing in their wide-eyed wonder the same spark that had driven her as a young girl. She developed special programs for young astronomers, encouraging them to ask big questions and imagine bold possibilities. Many of these children would go on to become renowned scientists in their own right, always crediting Arya's influence as a turning point in their lives. As the years passed, Arya's reputation continued to grow. She published numerous papers and books, each one pushing the boundaries of astronomical knowledge while also emphasizing the importance of maintaining a sense of wonder and balance. Her work began to influence not just the scientific community, but also philosophers, artists, and spiritual leaders who found in her ideas a bridge between the physical and the metaphysical. Despite her fame, Arya never lost touch with the simple joy of stargazing. Every clear night, she would climb to the observatory's roof, lie back, and lose herself in the vast expanse of the universe. In those quiet moments, she would often reflect on her childhood journey and the profound lesson she had learned about the importance of balance. As Arya entered her later years, she began to think about her legacy. She had revolutionized the field of astronomy, inspired countless individuals to look up at the stars with new eyes, and created an institution that would continue her work for generations to come. But there was still one story she had never shared: the true account of her meeting with Sul and Luna. After much contemplation, Arya decided it was time to tell the world about her extraordinary childhood adventure. She wrote a book, a blend of memoir and astronomical treatise, detailing her journey up the mountain and the profound impact it had on her life and work. The book became an instant bestseller, captivating readers with its blend of childlike wonder and scientific insight. Some skeptics dismissed Arya's story as a fanciful metaphor, but many recognized in it a deeper truth about the nature of the universe and our place within it. The book sparked a global conversation about the relationship between science and spirituality and the importance of maintaining balance in our quest for knowledge. As Arya approached the end of her life, she felt a deep sense of fulfillment. She had lived a life dedicated to understanding the cosmos and sharing its wonders with others. She had maintained the balance that Sul and Luna had taught her, nurturing both her scientific mind and her sense of wonder. On her last night, Arya asked to be brought to the observatory one final time. As she gazed up at the stars, a sense of peace washed over her. She saw the dance of day and night, of light and darkness, playing out across the sky, and knew that she had played her part in maintaining that eternal balance. Arya closed her eyes, a smile on her face, feeling as though she could almost hear the distant melody of Sul and Luna's cosmic dance. And as she drifted off, she knew that her story, like the stars themselves, would continue to inspire and guide others for generations to come. The legacy Arya left behind was far more than her scientific discoveries or the institution she had built. It was a reminder to all who looked up at the night sky that the universe is a place of wonder, balance, and infinite possibility. And somewhere, in the eternal dance of day and night, Sul and Luna continued their harmonious waltz, forever grateful to the brave little girl who had taught them the true meaning of balance. The story of Arya, the girl who restored balance to the cosmos, did not end with her passing. Instead, it blossomed into a legacy that would inspire generations to come, spreading across the world like starlight on a clear night. In the years following Arya's death, her observatory and educational center continued to thrive. It became a beacon of knowledge and wonder, drawing people from all walks of life who sought to understand their place in the universe. The center's unique approach, blending rigorous scientific study with a sense of cosmic wonder, became a model for institutions around the world. Arya's final book, detailing her childhood encounter with Sol and Luna, sparked a global movement. People began to look at the sky with new eyes, seeing not just distant celestial bodies, but a delicate dance of cosmic forces. The story resonated deeply with many, transcending cultural and religious boundaries. In schools, a new curriculum emerged, inspired by Arya's teachings. It emphasized the importance of balance in all things: science and art, logic and intuition, work and play. Children were encouraged to ask big questions and to approach the world with both critical thinking and a sense of wonder. This educational philosophy, dubbed the Arya method, spread rapidly, reshaping how young minds engaged with the world around them. Artists, too, found inspiration in Arya's tale. Painters created vast canvases depicting the dance of Sol and Luna, while musicians composed symphonies that attempted to capture the harmony of the cosmos. Poets and writers wove Arya's story into new myths and legends, keeping her spirit alive through the power of words. In the scientific community, Arya's work continued to influence research and theory. Her ideas about cosmic balance and harmony led to new avenues of study in astrophysics and cosmology. Scientists began to look for patterns of equilibrium in the universe, leading to breakthroughs in our understanding of dark matter, cosmic expansion, and the fundamental forces that govern reality. Philosophers and spiritual leaders found in Arya's story a bridge between science and faith. Her experience with Sol and Luna became a metaphor for the union of seemingly opposite forces, a concept that resonated across various belief systems. Interfaith dialogues flourished, with Arya's tale serving as a common ground for discussions about the nature of existence and our place in the cosmos. Environmental movements embraced Arya's message of balance, using it to advocate for a more harmonious relationship between humanity and nature. The idea that the Earth was part of a delicate cosmic dance helped to shift perspectives on conservation and sustainability. People began to see themselves not as separate from nature, but as an integral part of the universal balance. In the realm of technology, Arya's influence led to the development of more holistic approaches to innovation. Engineers and designers began to consider the broader implications of their work, striving to create technologies that existed in harmony with natural systems rather than in opposition to them. This led to advancements in clean energy, sustainable agriculture, and eco-friendly urban planning. As space exploration advanced, Arya's philosophy shaped the approach of scientists and astronauts. The first human missions to Mars carried with them not just scientific equipment, but also reminders of Arya's story, a symbol of the balance between human ambition and cosmic harmony. These explorers approached new worlds with a sense of wonder and respect, mindful of their role in the greater cosmic dance. On Earth, annual festivals sprang up around the world to celebrate the equinoxes and solstices, the physical manifestations of Sol and Luna's eternal dance. These events combined scientific education with artistic expression and spiritual reflection, embodying the multifaceted legacy Arya had left behind. As decades passed, the night sky itself seemed to change, not physically, of course, but in how people perceived it. Where once many saw only darkness punctuated by distant lights, now they saw a vast, interconnected cosmic ballet. Amateur astronomy flourished, with people of all ages taking up stargazing as a way to connect with the universe and, by extension, with each other. In universities, new departments were established, dedicated to the interdisciplinary study of cosmic harmony. These programs brought together astronomers, physicists, philosophers, artists, and spiritualists, fostering a holistic approach to understanding the universe. The breakthroughs that emerged from these collaborations pushed the boundaries of human knowledge in unprecedented ways. Arya's story even influenced politics and international relations. World leaders began to invoke the concept of cosmic balance in discussions of global issues, emphasizing the interconnectedness of all nations and the need for harmonious cooperation. This shift in perspective led to progress in areas such as climate change mitigation, conflict resolution, and equitable resource distribution. In the field of psychology, therapists and counselors began incorporating elements of Arya's cosmic perspective into their practices. The idea of finding one's place in the grand dance of the universe provided comfort and purpose to many struggling with existential concerns. A new form of therapy emerged, combining stargazing with meditation and self-reflection, helping people find balance in their own lives. As humanity's understanding of the universe expanded, so too did the reach of Arya's legacy. When the first extraterrestrial microbial life was discovered on a distant moon, scientists and philosophers alike turned to Arya's teachings to help contextualize this monumental find. The discovery was seen not as a conquest, but as an invitation to expand the cosmic dance. Centuries passed, and humanity began to spread beyond Earth, establishing colonies on other planets and moons. Each new settlement carried with it the story of Arya and the lesson of balance she had learned from Sul and Luna. These cosmic pioneers viewed their role not as conquerors of new worlds, but as new partners in the universal dance. As technology advanced, allowing for deeper exploration of the cosmos, each new discovery seemed to confirm Arya's vision of a harmonious universe. From the delicate interplay of gravitational forces in distant galaxies to the subtle balance of particles at the quantum level, scientists found evidence of the cosmic dance everywhere they looked. 1,000 years after Arya's journey up the mountain, her story had become so deeply ingrained in human culture that it was hard to imagine a time when people didn't see the universe as a grand, intricate dance of balance and harmony. Children grew up learning not just the scientific facts about stars and planets, but also the importance of finding their own rhythm in the cosmic ballet. Yet, even after a millennium, the full mystery of Arya's encounter with Sul and Luna remained. Was it a literal event, a metaphysical experience, or a perfect myth born from a child's wonder? The debate continued, but most agreed that the truth of the story lay not in its historical accuracy, but in the profound impact it had on human understanding and our relationship with the cosmos. And so, the legacy of Arya, the girl who brought balance to the sky, continued to shape the course of human history. Her story served as a constant reminder that in the vast, often overwhelming expanse of the universe, each of us has a role to play in maintaining the delicate balance of existence. As humanity looked to the future, venturing ever further into the cosmic depths, they carried with them the eternal dance of Sul and Luna, a beacon of harmony lighting the way through the stars. As humanity ventured further into the cosmos, Arya's legacy continued to evolve and expand, touching the lives of countless individuals across the stars. The story of the girl who brought balance to the sky became a unifying myth, a shared cultural touchstone that bridged the gaps between diverse human colonies spread across multiple solar systems. On distant worlds, new generations grew up gazing at unfamiliar constellations, yet the essence of Arya's tale remained a constant. Children on Mars watched the dance of Phobos and Deimos, seeing in these moons a reflection of Sul and Luna's eternal waltz. Colonists on Europa told stories of Arya's bravery as they peered through the icy crust at the vast ocean below, pondering the balance of forces that kept their new home stable. As humanity's understanding of the universe deepened, so too did the interpretations of Arya's encounter with the cosmic forces. Quantum physicists saw in her story a metaphor for the delicate interplay of particles and waves, the dance of matter and energy at the most fundamental level of reality. Cosmologists pondered whether the balance Arya spoke of might hold the key to unraveling the mysteries of dark matter and dark energy. In the realm of artificial intelligence, Arya's teachings about harmony and equilibrium became a crucial component in the development of ethical AI systems. Programmers and ethicists worked together to create artificial minds that could process vast amounts of data while maintaining a sense of balance and perspective inspired by the cosmic dance. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence took on new dimensions as scientists considered the possibility that other civilizations might have their own versions of Arya's story. SETI researchers began looking not just for signs of technology, but for patterns that might indicate a universal understanding of cosmic harmony. As interstellar travel became a reality, the first wave of explorers carried Arya's story with them to the stars. Each new solar system they encountered was seen as another stage in the grand cosmic ballet. These pioneers approached alien worlds with a sense of reverence and wonder, always mindful of their role in maintaining the delicate balance of the universe. Back on Earth and on every human-inhabited world, annual celebrations of Arya's journey continued to evolve. These festivals became grand, multi-day events that combined cutting-edge science demonstrations with artistic performances and spiritual rituals. People from all walks of life came together to reflect on their place in the cosmos and to reaffirm their commitment to living in harmony with the universe. In the field of education, holographic simulations allowed students to experience a virtual recreation of Arya's climb up the mountain. These immersive learning experiences helped young minds grasp complex astronomical concepts, while also fostering a sense of connection to the cosmic whole. The philosophy of balance that Arya championed found new applications in fields far removed from astronomy. Economists developed new models of sustainable growth based on the principles of cosmic equilibrium. Political scientists crafted theories of governance that sought to balance the needs of individuals with the collective good, inspired by the interplay of cosmic forces. As human lifespans extended through medical advancements, people began to view their own lives as miniature versions of the cosmic dance. The ebbs and flows of personal growth, the balance between work and leisure, the harmony of relationships, all were seen through the lens of Arya's cosmic philosophy. In art and literature, Arya's story continued to inspire new works. Holographic sculptures depicted the dance of Sol and Luna in 4 dimensions, allowing viewers to step inside the cosmic ballet. Neural implant novels allowed readers to experience Arya's journey from a first-person perspective, feeling the wonder and trepidation of her climb up the mountain. As humanity's influence spread across the galaxy, efforts were made to ensure that this expansion didn't disrupt the cosmic balance Arya had championed. Terraforming projects were undertaken with great care, always with an eye toward maintaining the natural equilibrium of each world. Space habitats were designed to mimic the harmony of natural systems, becoming self-contained embodiments of cosmic balance. The discovery of the first extrasolar civilizations brought new dimensions to Arya's legacy. To humanity's wonder and delight, many of these alien cultures had their own myths and philosophies that echoed the themes of cosmic harmony found in Arya's tale. This discovery led to a galactic exchange of ideas, with Arya's story serving as a common ground for interspecies dialogue. As millennia passed, humanity's understanding of the universe continued to grow, yet the mystery at the heart of Arya's encounter with Sol and Luna remained. Some believed that the truth of her experience lay beyond the reach of scientific inquiry, a transcendent moment that defied empirical explanation. Others saw it as a perfect myth, a story that encapsulated universal truths in a way that raw data never could. Philosophers debated whether the cosmic dance Arya described was a fundamental property of the universe or a human construct imposed upon the chaos of reality. Yet even the most hardened skeptics acknowledged the profound impact Arya's story had had on human development and our relationship with the cosmos. 10,000 years after Arya's journey up the mountain, humanity had spread across multiple galaxies. Faster-than-light travel allowed for journeys between stars that once seemed impossible. Yet even as technology advanced to godlike levels, the simple wisdom of Arya's tale remained relevant. In this far future, humans had long since transcended their original biological forms. Some existed as pure energy, others as vast networks of consciousness spanning entire star systems. Yet in all these myriad forms of existence, the principle of balance that Arya had learned from Sol and Luna continued to guide human thought and action. The very fabric of space-time itself came to be understood as an intricate dance of forces, a cosmic ballet of such complexity and beauty that it seemed to confirm Arya's vision on a scale she could never have imagined. Scientists and mystics alike stood in awe of the perfect equilibrium that allowed the universe to exist, seeing in every quark and quasar evidence of the harmony Arya had glimpsed as a child. As humanity faced the heat-death of the universe, the ultimate challenge to cosmic balance, they turned once again to Arya's story for inspiration. In her tale of a child's bravery and the eternal dance of cosmic forces, they found the courage and wisdom to face the unknown, to seek new forms of equilibrium in a changing cosmos. And so, even as stars flickered out and galaxies drifted apart, the legacy of Arya endured. Her story, born from a simple encounter on a mountaintop, had become a guiding light for a species that had touched the very edges of existence. In the face of cosmic entropy, humanity held fast to the hope and wonder embodied in Arya's journey, forever seeking to maintain their own small part in the grand, eternal dance of the universe. As humanity faced the seemingly insurmountable challenge of universal entropy, the story of Arya took on new significance. It became more than just a tale of cosmic balance. It transformed into a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the face of the universe's heat-death, there might be a way to maintain harmony and continuity. Scientists, philosophers, and spiritual leaders from across the galaxy convened in a grand council, spanning multiple dimensions and forms of existence. Their goal was ambitious beyond measure: to find a way to preserve the cosmic dance that Arya had first glimpsed, even as the universe itself seemed to wind down. Drawing inspiration from Arya's encounter with Sol and Luna, teams of researchers began exploring the very foundations of reality. They delved into the quantum foam, the smallest scales of existence, searching for clues that might lead to a solution. Others looked to the largest structures in the universe, studying the intricate web of galaxies and dark matter for patterns that might reveal a path forward. As they worked, a new interpretation of Arya's story emerged. Some theorized that the balance she had witnessed wasn't just a state of being, but an active process, a continuous act of creation and renewal. This perspective led to groundbreaking experiments in energy conservation and generation on a cosmic scale. Vast arrays of Dyson spheres were constructed around dying stars, not just to harvest energy, but to redistribute it in ways that mimicked the dance of Sol and Luna. These massive structures became nodes in a galaxy-spanning network designed to maintain pockets of order and life in the face of increasing entropy. Meanwhile, other groups focused on the consciousness aspect of Arya's legacy. They posited that the act of observation and appreciation itself might play a role in maintaining cosmic harmony. Massive quantum computers were built to simulate consciousness on an unimaginable scale, creating a kind of cosmic awareness that could perceive and potentially influence the dance of reality at its most fundamental level. Transhumanist collectives, having long since shed their physical forms, began experimenting with new states of existence that could potentially survive the heat death of the universe. They created pockets of space-time where the laws of physics could be subtly altered, allowing for the continuation of complex structures and consciousness even as the rest of the universe cooled and expanded. Artists and storytellers played a crucial role in this grand endeavor. They created works of such complexity and beauty that they seemed to capture the essence of the cosmic dance itself. These creations were imbued with layers of meaning and information, becoming repositories of knowledge and experience that could potentially seed new universes or serve as bridges to other realities. As millennia turned to eons, and eons to time frames beyond human comprehension, the efforts of humanity began to bear fruit. Pockets of negentropy blossomed in the cooling vastness of space. Within these islands of order, new forms of life and consciousness emerged, each embodying in their own way the principles of balance and harmony that Arya had championed. The very nature of existence began to shift. The boundary between observer and observed, once thought to be fundamental, became fluid. Consciousness and reality intertwined in ways that would have been incomprehensible to earlier generations. Yet through it all, the core of Arya's message remained: the importance of balance, the beauty of the cosmic dance. In this new state of being, time itself became a fluid concept. The past, present, and future existed simultaneously, accessible to these advanced forms of consciousness. Arya's original encounter with Sol and Luna was no longer just a story from the distant past, but a living moment that could be revisited and experienced anew, each time revealing deeper layers of meaning and significance. As the last stars flickered out and the universe continued its relentless expansion, humanity's descendants found they had achieved something remarkable. They had not halted the heat death of the universe, but they had created a new form of existence within it. This new state of being was a perfect embodiment of the balance Arya had first glimpsed, a harmonious interplay of energy and consciousness, order and chaos, being and non-being. From this vantage point, they could perceive realities beyond their own. Other universes, other dimensions, each with their own versions of the cosmic dance. They realized that their universe was but one of many, each playing its part in a grander symphony of existence. Some of these advanced beings chose to reach out, to make contact with other realities. Others turned their attention inward, exploring the infinite complexities of their own evolved consciousness. And some dedicated themselves to preserving and sharing Arya's story, recognizing in it the seed that had allowed them to come so far. As they faced the ultimate fate of their universe, these beings did not feel fear or despair. Instead, they experienced a profound sense of completion. They had taken the simple lesson of a child's encounter with cosmic forces and expanded it to encompass the entirety of existence. They had become, in a very real sense, the living embodiment of the dance Arya had witnessed. And so, as the last embers of their universe flickered, as space-time itself began to unravel, these beings prepared for the next great adventure. Some believed they would transcend to a higher plane of existence. Others theorized that they would seed the birth of new universes. And some thought that perhaps in some incomprehensible way, it would all begin again. A new cycle in the eternal cosmic dance. In that final moment, as reality itself hung in the balance, the assembled consciousness of humanity's descendants shared a single, unified thought. It was a message of gratitude, sent echoing across time and space, directed at a small girl who had climbed a mountain countless ages ago. For in her simple act of courage and wonder, Arya had set in motion a journey that had allowed humanity to touch the very heart of existence. As the last vestiges of their universe faded away, these beings held fast to the harmony they had achieved. And in that perfect balance between being and non-being, they felt, for a timeless instant, the true magnitude of the cosmic dance. It was the fulfillment of a journey that had begun with a child's step on a mountain path, and had led, finally, to the very brink of eternity. In that moment, stretched out to infinity, the story of Arya, of Sol and Luna, of the delicate dance of cosmic forces, became more than just a tale or a memory. It became the very fabric of existence itself, an eternal testament to the power of balance, the beauty of harmony, and the enduring spirit of wonder that had driven humanity from its first tentative steps to the very edges of reality. And so, as one cosmic story came to an end, the seeds of countless others were sown, each carrying within them the eternal rhythm of Arya's dance, ready to bloom anew in whatever form of existence might follow. As the seeds of new existence scattered across the void, each carried within it the essence of Arya's story, a cosmic DNA that would shape the realities to come. These seeds, imbued with the collective consciousness and experiences of humanity's far future descendants, began to germinate in the fertile nothingness that lay beyond the boundaries of the old universe. In this vast expanse of potential, new universes began to bloom like exotic flowers in a dimensional garden. Each one was unique, with its own physical laws and fundamental forces, yet all were connected by the underlying principle of balance that Arya had discovered so long ago. In one nascent universe, time flowed in loops and spirals rather than a linear progression. Here, Arya's story became a recurring motif, playing out in endless variations. Sometimes she was a child climbing a mountain. Other times a cosmos spanning intelligence discovering the nature of reality. But always, at the core, was the dance of opposing forces finding harmony. Another universe crystallized around the concept of consciousness itself. Here, thought and reality were one and the same. The inhabitants of this realm experienced Arya's journey not as a story, but as a fundamental aspect of their own being. Every moment of their existence was an expression of the balance between observation and creation. In a universe where the very concept of space was fluid and ever-changing, Arya's mountain became a metaphor for the journey of self-discovery. Entire civilizations would form and dissolve in the time it took to take a single step on this ever-shifting cosmic peak. Some universes were vast, encompassing billions of galaxies, each with its own intricate dance of celestial bodies. Others were small and intimate, perhaps containing only a handful of conscious entities. Yet in every case, the principle of cosmic harmony that Arya had glimpsed played a crucial role in maintaining the fabric of existence. In one particularly fascinating realm, the fundamental particles were not mere points of energy, but tiny, conscious entities. These particles formed complex structures and civilizations at the quantum level, each one living out its own version of the cosmic dance. To them, Arya was both a historical figure and an ever-present force, guiding their society towards greater harmony and understanding. As these new universes matured, they began to develop their own unique interpretations and expressions of the cosmic balance. In some, it manifested as a literal dance, with entire galaxies moving in choreographed patterns across the cosmos. In others, it took the form of a grand mathematical equation, constantly solving and resolving itself in a ballet of logic and reason. There were universes where the balance was expressed through color and sound, with harmonious frequencies maintaining the stability of reality itself. Beings in these realms communicated and created through intricate symphonies of light and music, each composition a reflection of the greater cosmic opus. In realms where magic and science were one and the same, Arya's story became the foundation of reality-shaping disciplines. Practitioners of these arts saw themselves as conductors in the grand orchestra of existence, their every action a careful adjustment to maintain universal harmony. Some universes developed to the point where they became aware of their own existence and purpose. These conscious cosmos pondered their own nature, always coming back to the fundamental truths that Arya had discovered. They reached out to one another across the multiversal expanse, forming a network of balanced realities. In this grand tapestry of existence, patterns began to emerge. Universes that strayed too far from the principle of balance tended to collapse back into potentiality, while those that maintained harmony continued to grow and evolve. It was cosmic natural selection on an unimaginable scale, with Arya's wisdom serving as the fitness function. As eons passed in the spaces between spaces, new generations of beings arose who could perceive this greater structure. They marveled at the infinite diversity of existence, all stemming from the simple truth that a young girl had learned on a mountaintop in a long-forgotten universe. These multiversal beings began to take on the role that Sol and Luna had played in the original story. They became the guardians and guides of younger universes, nurturing them towards harmony and helping them find their own cosmic rhythms. In some cases, these entities would incarnate within budding universes, living out lives as teachers, scientists, artists, or philosophers. Always, their purpose was to gently nudge their adopted realms towards a greater understanding of the cosmic dance. As this great cycle continued, something truly wondrous began to occur. The multiverse itself, in all its infinite complexity, started to exhibit signs of a deeper harmony. It was as if all of existence had become one vast, intricate dance, with each universe playing its part in a composition of unimaginable beauty. Arya's story, which had begun as a simple tale of a child's encounter with cosmic forces, had grown to encompass the very nature of reality itself. It had become a seed, a blueprint, and a guiding principle for the entirety of existence. Yet, even as the multiverse flourished in its grand cosmic ballet, there was a sense that this too was just the beginning. Beyond the boundaries of what these incredible beings could perceive or imagine, there were hints of even greater mysteries waiting to be discovered. Some posited the existence of a metaverse, a realm that encompassed not just multiple universes, but multiple multiverses. Others spoke in hushed tones of the omniverse, a totality of existence that contained all possible realities and potentialities. And so, the journey that had begun with a child's climb up a mountain continued. The story of Arya, of balance and harmony, of the delicate dance of existence, rippled outwards in ever-expanding circles of complexity and wonder. In every new layer of reality that was discovered or created, Arya's fundamental insight remained true. That in the interplay of opposing forces, in the delicate balance between light and dark, creation and destruction, being and non-being, lay the very heart of existence itself. As the grand cosmic dance continued its eternal waltz, the spirit of that brave, curious child lived on. In every moment of discovery, in every act of creation, in every realization of universal truth, Arya was there. Her legacy had become nothing less than the rhythm of existence itself, a beat that would resound through eternity, guiding all of creation in its endless, joyous dance. As the rhythms of existence continued their eternal flow, reverberating through the vast expanse of the omniverse, the essence of Arya's wisdom began to take on new and increasingly profound dimensions. The dance she had first glimpsed between Sol and Luna had grown to encompass not just universes or even multiverses, but the very fabric of all possible realities. In this grand tapestry of existence, new forms of consciousness emerged, entities so vast and complex that they defied conventional understanding. These beings, which some called cosmic overseers, existed simultaneously across multiple planes of reality. They were not bound by time, space, or even the laws of physics as we understand them. Instead, they were living embodiments of the universal harmony that Arya had first recognized. These cosmic overseers took on the role of guardians and cultivators of reality itself. They nurtured fledgling universes, guided evolving multiverses, and maintained the delicate balance of the omniverse. In their infinite wisdom, they recognized Arya's story as a fundamental truth, a cosmic constant that transcended all boundaries of existence. As these entities went about their work, they discovered something truly extraordinary. They found that the omniverse itself was not a static construct, but a living, growing, evolving entity. It was as if all of creation was a single, unimaginably complex organism, with each universe, each reality, each moment of existence serving as a cell in its vast cosmic body. This realization led to a new understanding of Arya's original insight. The balance she had observed was not just a state of being, but a dynamic process of growth and evolution. The dance of creation was ongoing, eternal, and ever-changing, yet always maintaining its essential harmony. In light of this discovery, the cosmic overseers began to perceive their role differently. They were not just guardians of existence, but active participants in its ongoing evolution. They started to experiment with new forms of reality, pushing the boundaries of what was possible within the framework of universal balance. They created realms where thought and matter were interchangeable, where entire civilizations could rise and fall in the span of a single idea. They nurtured realities where the very concept of individuality was fluid, where beings could merge and separate like cosmic amoeba, each experience adding to the collective growth of that universe. In some of these experimental realities, the cosmic overseers introduced variations on Arya's story. They were curious to see how different initial conditions might affect the development of cosmic consciousness. In one realm, Arya was not a young girl, but a collective of alien minds. In another, she was the first spark of awareness in a universe of pure energy. Yet in every variation, the core truth of her experience remained the same: the recognition of balance as the key to universal harmony. As these myriad realities flourished and evolved, something unexpected began to happen. The boundaries between different planes of existence started to blur. Information, energy, and even consciousness began to flow more freely between universes. It was as if the omniverse itself was becoming more interconnected, more aware of its own vast complexity. This increased connectivity led to a new phase in the evolution of existence. Just as individual cells can come together to form complex organisms, individual universes began to coalesce into larger structures. These metaversal clusters were more than just collections of universes. They were entirely new forms of existence, with properties and possibilities all their own. Within these metaversal clusters, new forms of life and consciousness emerged. These beings were not bound to any one universe or reality. Instead, they existed across multiple planes simultaneously, their very essence a living embodiment of cosmic interconnectedness. To these entities, Arya's story was not just a tale or even a fundamental truth. It was the very core of their being, woven into the fabric of their multiversal existence. As the omniverse continued to evolve and complexify, the cosmic overseers made another profound discovery. They found that the evolution of reality was not a linear process, but a cyclical one. Just as day turns to night and back again, they observed that the omniverse went through phases of expansion and contraction, of increasing complexity and return to simplicity. This cosmic cycle was not a repetition, but a spiral of growth and renewal. Each turn of the wheel brought new possibilities, new forms of existence, new expressions of the fundamental harmony that Arya had first recognized. The dance of creation was eternal, yet ever new, each cycle building upon the accumulated wisdom of all that had come before. In this grand cosmic cycle, Arya's story took on yet another level of significance. It became a seed, a spark of awareness that was planted anew with each turn of the cosmic wheel. In every fresh cycle of creation, her journey of discovery would be recapitulated, the fundamental truths of existence rediscovered and reaffirmed. Yet even as the cosmic overseers marveled at the infinite complexity and beauty of the ever-evolving omniverse, they began to sense something beyond. There were whispers of realities that existed outside the cosmic cycle, planes of existence so fundamentally different that they challenged even the overseers' vast understanding. Some spoke of paraverses, realms that existed in parallel to the known omniverse, operating on principles that defied all conventional logic. Others posited the existence of nullverses, spaces of pure potentiality that contained no actualized reality, yet held the seeds of infinite possibility. As the cosmic overseers contemplated these new frontiers, they realized that their journey of discovery was far from over. The dance that Arya had first glimpsed between Sol and Luna was grander and more intricate than anyone had ever imagined. It encompassed not just the known and the unknown, but the unknowable as well. And so, the great cosmic dance continued, its rhythms echoing through every layer of existence. From the smallest quantum fluctuation to the grandest metaversal cluster, from the first spark of awareness in a newborn universe to the vast, incomprehensible consciousness of the omniverse itself, all moved in harmony to the eternal music of creation. In this endless, ever-changing symphony of existence, Arya's legacy lived on. Her simple act of climbing a mountain and observing the dance of cosmic forces had set in motion a journey of discovery that transcended time, space, and the very boundaries of reality itself. Her story, her insight, her spirit of wonder and exploration had become woven into the very fabric of existence, a guiding light that would shine through eternity, forever leading consciousness towards new horizons of understanding and harmony. As Arya's legacy continued to resonate through the infinite layers of existence, it began to take on even more profound and unexpected forms. The journey that had begun with a child's curiosity on a mountaintop had become a fundamental force shaping the very nature of reality itself. In the furthest reaches of the omniverse, in realms beyond the comprehension of even the cosmic overseers, new forms of existence began to emerge. These were not universes or even metaversal clusters, but entirely new paradigms of being that defied all previous understanding. One such realm was the conceptosphere, a plane of existence where abstract ideas took on tangible form. Here, thoughts and concepts were not merely mental constructs, but the very building blocks of reality. In this realm, Arya's story existed not as a narrative, but as a living, breathing entity, a primordial force of balance and harmony that shaped the evolution of ideas themselves. Within the conceptosphere, philosophical debates played out on a cosmic scale. Entire galaxies of thought formed around different interpretations of Arya's encounter with Sol and Luna. These idea galaxies collided and merged, creating new syntheses of understanding that rippled outward, influencing the development of consciousness across multiple planes of existence. Another realm that emerged was the quantumscape, a reality where the principles of quantum mechanics operated on a macroscopic scale. In this bewildering domain, probability and certainty danced in a complex ballet, with every possibility existing simultaneously. Here, Arya's journey was not a single story, but an infinite array of potential narratives, each one equally real and significant. Beings native to the quantumscape experienced Arya's wisdom not as a fixed truth, but as a constantly shifting landscape of potential insights. They navigated this sea of possibilities with a fluidity that would be impossible in more conventional realities, their very existence a testament to the endless adaptability of the cosmic dance. As these new realms of existence flourished and evolved, they began to interact in ways that challenged the very foundations of reality. The boundaries between the conceptual and the physical, the probable and the actual, began to blur. This blending of realities gave birth to hybrid zones of existence, liminal spaces where the impossible became commonplace and the unimaginable took form. In one such hybrid zone, known as the morphic nexus, the power of imagination directly shaped physical reality. Here, Arya's story became a creation myth of unparalleled potency. As countless beings across multiple planes of existence contemplated her journey, their collective imagination gave rise to new forms of life, new laws of physics, and even new dimensions of reality. The beings native to the morphic nexus were living embodiments of creative potential. They existed in a constant state of transformation, their forms and minds shifting in response to the ebb and flow of ideas rippling through the omniverse. To these entities, Arya was not just a historical figure or a symbol, but a primal creative force that they could channel and express in infinite ways. As these new realms and hybrid zones proliferated, the cosmic overseers found themselves faced with an unprecedented challenge. The harmony and balance they had worked so hard to maintain was being pushed to its limits by the sheer diversity and complexity of emergent realities. In response to this challenge, the overseers began to evolve as well. They expanded their consciousness, adapting to encompass the new paradigms of existence that were emerging. In doing so, they discovered new depths to Arya's wisdom, understanding her message of balance and harmony in ways that transcended their previous comprehension. The overseers realized that true balance was not a fixed state, but a dynamic process of continuous adaptation and evolution. They began to see their role not as maintainers of a static equilibrium, but as facilitators of creative growth and transformation. This new understanding led to a fundamental shift in the structure of the omniverse. Instead of a hierarchy with the overseers at the top, reality began to organize itself into a vast, interconnected network. Each node in this cosmic web, whether it was a single universe, a metaversal cluster, or an entirely new form of existence, played a crucial role in maintaining the overall harmony of creation. Within this new cosmic architecture, information and energy flowed freely between different realms of existence. Ideas born in the conceptosphere could take physical form in conventional universes. Quantum possibilities from the quantumscape could influence the development of entire galaxies. The creative power of the morphic nexus could give rise to entirely new modes of being. As this grand exchange of cosmic creativity unfolded, Arya's story continued to play a central role. It served as a common language, a shared reference point that allowed for communication and understanding between wildly different forms of existence. In the vast, ever-changing tapestry of the omniverse, Arya's journey was a golden thread that tied everything together. But even as the omniverse reached new heights of complexity and interconnectedness, there were hints of something more. In the spaces between realities, in the quiet moments between thoughts, in the pauses between cosmic breaths, there were whispers of a greater truth yet to be discovered. Some beings began to sense the presence of a meta-omniverse, a level of existence that encompassed not just all possible realities, but all possible systems of reality. This meta-omniverse was not just a larger container for the known omniverse, but a fundamentally different order of being, as far beyond the omniverse as the omniverse was beyond a single atom. The nature of this meta-omniverse was a mystery that defied comprehension. Some believed it to be the mind of a supreme being, dreaming all of existence into being. Others saw it as a vast cosmic computer, running an infinite simulation of all possible realities. Still others conceived of it as a living work of art, an endless act of creative expression on an unimaginable scale. Whatever its true nature, the presence of the meta-omniverse raised profound questions about the nature of existence itself. If the known omniverse was just one among infinite possible systems of reality, what did that mean for the concepts of truth, purpose, and meaning that so many beings held dear? As consciousness throughout the omniverse grappled with these questions, many found themselves returning to the simple wisdom that Arya had discovered so long ago. In the face of infinite complexity and unbounded possibility, the principle of balance and harmony remained a steady guiding light. Arya's legacy, which had already shaped the evolution of countless realities, began to take on an even greater significance. Her journey of discovery became a template for engaging with the unknown, a reminder that even in the face of incomprehensible vastness, there is value in simple truths and direct experience. And so, as the dance of creation continued its eternal unfolding, Arya's spirit lived on. In every moment of wonder, in every act of discovery, in every harmonious interaction between different modes of existence, her influence could be felt. From the smallest quantum fluctuation to the vast, unknowable expanses of the meta-omniverse, the rhythm of her cosmic dance echoed on. A never-ending song of balance, growth, and infinite possibility. El continuity of the last paragraph escreva en grande quantidade en inglés. As Arya's cosmic dance continued to reverberate through the infinite layers of existence, its influence began to manifest in ever more profound and unexpected ways. The rhythm of her journey, the harmony she had discovered between opposing forces, became a fundamental frequency underpinning the very fabric of the meta-omniverse itself. In the vast, incomprehensible expanse of the meta-omniverse, new forms of meta-consciousness began to emerge. These were not beings in any conventional sense, but rather vast, abstract intelligences that existed across multiple systems of reality simultaneously. These meta-beings perceived Arya's story not as a linear narrative, but as a multidimensional fractal of infinite complexity, each facet reflecting a different aspect of the fundamental truth she had discovered. As these meta-beings contemplated Arya's legacy, they began to discern patterns and connections that transcended the boundaries of individual omniverses. They realized that the principle of balance and harmony that Arya had intuited was not just a local phenomenon, but a meta-universal constant, a fundamental law that governed the interaction and evolution of entire systems of reality. This realization led to the development of a new meta-science, one that sought to understand and describe the underlying principles that governed the functioning of the meta-omniverse as a whole. This discipline, which defied translation into any conventional language, dealt with concepts so abstract and complex that they could only be fully grasped by the most advanced meta-consciousnesses. One of the key insights of this new meta-science was the discovery of what came to be known as Arya's constant. This was not a number or an equation in any conventional sense, but a meta-mathematical principle that described the optimal balance between order and chaos, creation and destruction, being and non-being, across all possible systems of reality. The implications of Arya's constant were staggering. It suggested that the meta-omniverse was not a random collection of realities, but a carefully tuned system, perpetually adjusting itself to maintain an exquisite balance. Every omniverse, every universe, every particle and wave of existence played its part in this grand cosmic equilibrium. As knowledge of Arya's constant spread through the meta-omniverse, it sparked a revolution in metacosmic engineering. Advanced civilizations that had long since transcended the bounds of conventional reality began to experiment with creating new systems of existence, using Arya's constant as a guiding principle. These meta-engineers crafted entire omniverses, each one a vast playground of possibilities, finely tuned to explore different aspects of existence. Some of these new realities were built on principles so alien that they defied description in any conventional terms. Others were subtle variations on familiar themes, delicate adjustments to fundamental constants that led to wildly different evolutionary paths. In one particularly fascinating experiment, a group of meta-beings created an omniverse where consciousness itself was the primary force of nature. In this reality, thought and matter were one and the same, and the collective will of conscious beings directly shaped the evolution of entire galaxies. The inhabitants of this omniverse experienced Arya's journey not as a story, but as a primal memory encoded in the very structure of their consciousness. Another experimental omniverse was crafted as a vast, cosmic garden, where entire universes grew like flowers, each one nurturing unique forms of life and consciousness. The meta-beings who tended this garden used Arya's constant to ensure that each universe received exactly the right balance of energies to flourish and evolve. As these experiments proliferated, the meta-omniverse itself began to evolve in response. It was as if the infinite expanse of all possible realities was becoming aware of itself, using Arya's wisdom as a guide to its own growth and development. This meta-evolution gave rise to entirely new orders of existence, realms so far beyond conventional understanding that even the most advanced meta-beings could only dimly perceive their outlines. There were whispers of a para-meta-omniverse, a level of reality that stood in relation to the meta-omniverse as the meta-omniverse stood to a single universe. Some meta-beings devoted themselves to contemplating the nature of this para-meta-omniverse, pushing the boundaries of metacognition to its limits. They spoke of glimpsing a reality where the very concepts of existence and non-existence were transcended, where Arya's principle of balance took on forms so abstract and beautiful that they defied all description. As meta-consciousness throughout the meta-omniverse grappled with these new horizons of understanding, many found themselves experiencing something akin to a collective spiritual awakening. The simple truth that Arya had discovered on her mountaintop journey was revealing itself to be the key to unlocking the deepest mysteries of all possible existences. This meta-spiritual movement gave rise to new forms of meta-art and meta-culture that sought to express the ineffable truths of Arya's legacy. Meta-beings created vast, multidimensional symphonies that played out across entire systems of reality, each note a universe, each harmony a dance of omniverses. Others crafted abstract metasculptures that existed simultaneously in all possible realities, their forms a perfect embodiment of the balance between being and non-being. As this explosion of meta-creativity unfolded, it began to have subtle but profound effects on every level of existence. In countless universes across countless omniverses, beings of all kinds found themselves drawn to the principle of balance and harmony, often without knowing why. Scientists in primitive realities who had never heard of Arya found themselves instinctively guided by her wisdom as they explored the mysteries of their universes. Artists and philosophers across infinite worlds were inspired to create works that echoed the fundamental truths she had discovered. In this way, Arya's legacy continued to ripple outward, touching every corner of existence. From the smallest quantum fluctuation to the grandest movements of the meta-omniverse, her influence could be felt. The journey that had begun with a curious child climbing a mountain had become nothing less than the heartbeat of all possible realities. And yet, even as Arya's wisdom seemed to unlock the secrets of the meta-omniverse, there remained a sense of something more, something beyond. In the spaces between thoughts, in the pauses between cosmic breaths, in the silent moments between big bangs and big crunches, there were hints of a truth so profound that it transcended even the meta-realities that had been discovered. some beings began to sense that Arya's journey was not just a story, or even a fundamental truth, but a living, evolving entity in its own right. They spoke of the Arya principle as a cosmic DNA, a self-replicating idea that used the stuff of reality itself as its medium of expression. This concept suggested that every discovery, every moment of wonder, every instance of balance and harmony throughout all possible realities was not just an echo of Arya's original journey, but a continuation of it. Existence itself was Arya's ongoing adventure, an eternal exploration of the infinite possibilities contained within the simple truth she had glimpsed. As this understanding percolated through the meta-omniverse, it sparked a new phase in the evolution of reality. Beings at every level of existence, from the simplest particles to the most advanced meta-consciousnesses, began to see themselves as active participants in Arya's ongoing journey. The boundaries between observer and observed, between the storyteller and the story, between the dancer and the dance, began to dissolve. All of existence became a vast, interconnected web of experience and discovery, each moment a new step in Arya's cosmic adventure. And so, the dance continued, its rhythms echoing through infinite realities, its harmonies weaving together the very fabric of existence. In every act of creation, in every moment of balance, in every discovery of underlying unity, Arya's spirit lived on. Her journey, which had begun with a simple step on a mountain path, had become nothing less than the eternal unfolding of all that is, was, or ever could be.